It is a what's in the box look, and today we're taking a look at the Kevin Harvick's Jimmy John's Ford Fusion NASCAR kit from Revell. These were released to the RPP stores in the middle of July. Everybody else got them last week of July, and mine finally, after spending the weekend on the FedEx truck, got dropped off today. So, take a look at the kits. Or just going to take a look at one of the kits. This is a completely new tooled kit. These are nothing like the snap tight kits that Revell first did. The body is going to be updated for the 2016-2017 years. Full engine detail, full chassis detail, current Gen 6 COT chassis. The whole work is a whole new kit. This is not the snap kit, so this is a whole new ball game. So we're gonna drop the green flag. Let's take a look at what's in the box. Alright, so getting started with the body. It is a 2016-2017 updated Ford Fusion body. I'm gonna guess that Revell probably modified the snap tooling body. That would make sense since they already had pretty much everything they needed other than a new front end, some other things. So I think my guess is they modified some of the tooling maybe. I don't know. It could be an all new tooling for the body. I don't know. Anyways, it don't really matter at this point. But this is the new body. Obviously the hood is separate because this does have an engine. We'll pop up here on the roof. And as you can see, it has the roof flaps, which are accurate this time around, and it has the roof hatch. The roof hatch is only mandatory on the plate tracks. The rest of the races, it's up to each individual team if they want to have the roof hatch in place. So I'll take a look at the front end. While we're looking at the front end, I will point out that there is no lower splitter. There's no splitter. Revell once again did not put the splitter on it. It's a real easy fix. Some sheet plastic, a little bit of tracing, cutting, and you got a splitter. Taking a look at the right side. As you can see here on the snap kit, it does have the molded in exhaust exit ports, and a little bit, and also different rocker panels. The side trim is a little bit different as well. So there's difference between the body used in this kit and the snap body, and there is the rear end. And also, as you can see, the spoiler is separate. So, there's the body. Looks really good. The next part we're going to look at, let's take a look at the chassis. This is a current Gen 6 chassis, COT style chassis. The last time we saw, the only other kit that has it will be the AMT COT kits from 2010, 11, whatever it was, I think. A little earlier than that, I don't know. It's been a while. So, this is the Gen 6 chassis. From what I've seen, what I can tell, is about as close as accurate as we're probably going to get. The cars, this up here is going to be your fuel line. The cars actually run two lines. They run a return line as well, so they're side by side. So we got one, we need two. Not a big deal. That's another easy fix with some round tube. I just want to point that out as well. If you're going for more accurateness, it'll need two lines down there. And we'll look at the bottom side. Not a lot to see underneath the bottom at this point. So that is the chassis. Getting started with the one of the 5 main parts trees. So here we go. This one has part of your engine, some chassis parts, spoiler, top of the fuel cell, other bits. I'll take a look at the engine real quick. There you have your engine block, transmission, intake manifold, and oil pan. I just want to make note real quick. Revell is going to be using the same engine in both the Ford kit and the Chevy kit that is coming in November. I'm not 100% sure which engine they're basing it off of. It's either if it's the Ford or if it's the Chevy. I'm not 100% sure. The engine in this kit is set up, the pulley system is set up for this same that the Ford FR9 system is. So my guess is they're using the Ford engine. The top half of the engine will be manufacturer specific. I believe the intake manifold and the valve covers and the heads will be for each manufacturer, but everything else is going to be the same. There you see the part of the pulley setup right here. At your spoiler here, which if you're going to be doing a 17 car, it needs to be cut down a good amount. We got your fuel cell and the dry shaft tube, front part of your roll bars, and the firewall. Moving on to the next parts tree. This one has a little bit of everything. Got your wheels here and the wheel backs. Take a look at the wheels real quick. And the wheel backs, metal pins are going to be used to attach to the tire wheels to the axles. So that we have some more engine parts here. Rear end housing, upper A-arms, and some more bits and springs, an oil tank, oil pump. Moving right along, this is going to be basically a roll cage parts tree. Actually left to right, main roll cage parts, the rear package itself, and main some more roll bars. Let me look at the inside. And we got more parts trees here. So, take a look at the dash. You can see on the top part we got the EFI modules, and then that's the dash. This is set up for a digital dash. It's a generic dash. All the teams are running different style dashes, so basically this is just a generic dash. At your drive shaft, we have some brake rotors. There's some brake rotor detail. My lighting's too much, so it's hard to see. There is faint ventilation vents on the surface. Not 100% sure which way it goes out. We do have herpes simplex on one side, so anyway, sorry about the lighting and you can't see it. More parts down here. We got engine parts, gear shift lever, shocks, air cleaner box. Over here, springs, pedals, steering wheel. Alright, so here we go. More parts trees. We got your right side exiting exhaust, rear roll bar, more interior roll bars, and the seat, which is basically the seat, just going to be a generic seat. Nothing even close to being accurate, but it's the seat. So, And now this would be one of the parts trees that Revell can just switch out. One of the parts runners Revell can switch out when they do the Chevy kits. So when the Chevy kits come out, this will be the Chevy parts tree. So the heads, the valve covers, the exhaust piping, and the hood, this will be all done for the Chevy. So they got your valve covers. And the heads. Moving along, this is going to be your front and rear axle parts tree. You got your 4 rear end there, and the front suspension setup there. This is going to have you got some shocks down here, interior hose, oil filler hoses here, some bracing, and a oil filter tube hose piping right here. And finally, one of the last parts tree in the kit we're going to look at, and we have the rear end suspension. You got your trailing arms here, and another piece of roll bar. Moving right along, we have our windows. Very happy to see that Revell has decided to do all the black trim for us. That is awesome. Saves a little bit of time in masking and trying to paint the windows. Your front, rear, 2 side windows. Then you have your super speedway window, and you have your shark fin. Now we're going to take a look at the tires. Still not 100% sold on the tires. They just don't look quite right, and I've been saying that since I saw them the very first time. I still don't think they look quite right. Something is off about them. But anyway, they're the tires. These are Goodyear Eagles. One thing that is missing from these tires is all the Goodyear NASCAR tires. They have tire lettering, numbering molded into the tire. There's none on the tires here. So there are the tires. Last but not least, the decal sheet. Looks pretty good for a decal sheet. A lot of decals on here. The only decals that are going to be missing so far that I've noticed, been able to make out, anything that says Goodyear, and the the Busch Beer decals. But everything else looks to be accounted for, including all the Monster Energy decals that you can see right there. Monster Energy Cup Series looks good. You might say, well, the Pole Award decal's missing. Kevin Harvick does not run the Coors Light Pole Award decal. Obviously, that is conflicting with Busch Beer, so that is absent. But everything else is here. All the contingency decals are correct for his car. You got your Fusion decals. Up here, I didn't point it out in the parts in the trees, but Revell has included, for some odd reason, they've included a tachometer, as well as you can see you have the digital dash decal. The tachometer won't be accurate in this kit. You can use it for the older Fusions if you want to use this chassis with it, which maybe that is what Revell had in mind. So that decal is there, but everything else is accounted for. So that is the decal sheet, and that is the kit. For the first time since 2006, Revell is back in the game with full detail NASCAR kits. I am excited to get started. So there it is, folks. What's in the box? Kevin Harvick's Jimmy John's Ford Fusion, and coming up in November, we're going to have Chase Elliott's Napa Chevrolet. So on that, thanks for watching.